Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jasmine.
And my name is Brian.
And on today's episode of Life Skills class, we will be dealing with feelings and expressions.
Now, this is a very touchy topic. Feelings and expressions. How do you express yourself in the way you feel? That's why today I enlisted the help of Miss Jasmine, because she's more of a feelsy person than I am. Most times I'm, stoic and
Heartless.
monotone.
Heartless is a better word.
Monotone.
But yes, so today we'll be dealing with, as we said, feelings and expressions. And it's really important for us to express ourselves and to show feelings, not let our emotions get the best of us, but for us to ensure that whatever we feel, we express it in a healthy and good way.
You see, feelings are oftentimes signals as to what sort of reactions you're having in situations. We're oftentimes socialized that we need to bottle things up, let's not express ourselves.
That's
all
how
the
Sir
time.
was taught.
However, it is very much important that you're able to express feelings, so that helps in the process of dealing with whatever situation you have.
That is very
As
true.
young men, oftentimes
Don't cry.
you're told to toughen up, be a man.
Men don't cry.
Men don't cry,
No.
boys don't cry. That is one perspective. But what we do want to say today is that it is necessary for you to express, listen, mom, dad, I'm hurting. My friend, I'm hurting. What you did hurt me. So the other person knows that there was a problem, that they did something that offended you, and as such to correct their actions. Now, I'm usually the first person to caution that feelings and expressions must be limited, must be
Managed.
controlled, because it's the other extreme of having so much feeling and so much expression that it controls you. So every decision you make as you get older, even in your own situations, are made from a place of emotions and not necessarily based on what are the facts, what is the situation, and the best way to handle the moment.
That is very true. I can tell you a story about myself, and it's how I feel, right? Because it's usually, most times I express myself, it's how I feel. This is how I feel. And Sir Brian would express himself, this is what it should be, and this is what it is.
More like
Right.
this is how I think.
Yes, so he is a thinker and I'm a feeler, right? So when I feel like, let's just create a scenario. If Sir Brian promises me a piece of chocolate, let's use a simple example like that. Sir Brian promises me a piece of chocolate. He brings the chocolate home, okay? So the feeling is I'm excited, right? So I put it in the fridge, right? And then 2-3 days I ain't touched my chocolate because it's my chocolate, right? And then all of a sudden I go in the fridge when I feel like getting it and it's not there. How you think this can make me feel? Right? And it's and his expression would more than be like, I could buy the back, right?
It's not that big an issue. All right,
But it's a big issue
Correct.
for me because I was looking forward to it, right? So we need to make sure that we manage our feelings, because managing our feelings is the difference between getting a job, not getting a job. It's the difference between,
handling a situation properly and also escalating a situation.
yeah,
During this quarantine time, during this time when we are stuck with our families,
Stuck.
it is easy for tempers to flare. It's easy for us to lose control of our situation because we're just stuck with these faces all the time.
and we're not accustomed to that.
Because you usually have that period when you go to school or your parents go to work. So that time that is spent interacting is not as much as it is now. So it is critical now for you to be able to understand that you need to manage your emotions, manage your expression, manage your feelings, even at this time when you're in quarantine, as we all work together to ensure that we stay safe, reinforcing our last class, stay safe during the COVID pandemic.
And even on the flip side, there are some persons that bottle their feelings so much and they hold it in so much that they don't even know how to properly express themselves. And you know the saying, the last straw on the camel's back, right?
The last straw that breaks the camel's back.
Good. And that actually creates a situation where that person can overreact to the extent of even killing, right? Because that
Doing
emotion,
something that they regret.
doing something that they regret. So that's a better way to put it, right? Yes, doing something that they really regret. So it's important for us to know how to say what we feel and sometimes keep back how we feel, to just think and ponder on it a little bit and then express it at another time when we are settled, less angry, and emotionally stable. Because when we're angry, we act out of pocket, or like my students like to say, we just plug out. Right?
Yes, but as just reinforcing that the purpose or the reason for these life skills classes are the reason is that these skills, these softer skills, we understand the importance of them. Now, I know that talking about feelings and emotion,
The boys must
expression,
be saying, what the hell?
it might not seem as though it's something that is important compared to
Yeah.
math, social studies, the sciences.
And their favorite topic, boyfriend, girlfriend.
Oh yes, and relationship issues, which is a topic we'll get to.
Yes.
But feelings and emotions, as Jasmine rightly said, and the inability to manage them can be the difference between you studying all those years, knowing your content, and being placed in a situation of stress, and your inability to manage those emotions lends you unable to use those very same skills that you developed, that you studied hard to get, to execute properly and show to your employer, or to demonstrate in that moment your capacity to handle the scenario and the situation.
And that's the difference between promotions
Promotion.
or staying in one job for years.
Yes, yes. And that might be the difference between somebody evaluating you in a way that is positive or negative.
And it even comes down to relationships,
Correct.
right? If you can handle a relationship or not. Because if you behave and react out of pocket, and on the flip side you don't say anything, or you don't talk about your emotions, or so there needs to be a middle ground
Yes.
in everything that we do.
Yeah. So today's class, what's important for us to take away is that A, feelings and expressions are important. B, that we must manage our feelings, manage our expressions.
Definitely.
And it will serve us in good stead as we continue to progress in life. And we can't live without an activity. So I encourage you to drop us a note.
Draw.
Write us an essay. Draw a nice pictorial representation.
And if you got
Draw
a
a
phone,
picture.
take a video.
Take a video.
Yes. I know you guys probably on the whole TikTok vibe.
Yes, you can send us a TikTok.
Yes.
You can send us a TikTok. Show us, what you interpret to be good expressions in situations, bad expressions in situations.
And how to manage those expressions properly to have a healthy lifestyle in everything that you do
This has been Jasmine and Brian
on Life Skill Classes.